Yonhon-Me. Uchidachi steps forward in Hasso no Kamae, and Shidachi steps back in Wakigamae. They strike at each other's shomen and cross swords. They naturally assume Chudan. Shidachi dodges Uchidachi's thrust to the right lung by simultaneously raising the left fist above the head and pointing the tip of the sword backward in Makikaishi and strikes Uchidachi's shomen. Shidachi displays Zanshin and returns to where they cross swords, stepping back with the right foot first. Let's look at the different kamae. For Hasso no Kamae, take one step forward with your left and bring your sword up to Morote Hidari Jodan. Your left fist is on the center line. The tsuba is at mouth level about one fist away. The sword is pointing backward at an angle of about 45 degrees. The edge of the blade is turned towards Shidachi. For Wakigamae, turn the body back to the right into Hidari Hammi. Bring the sword down to below the right armpit in a large motion so that the right fist passes in front of the mouth. The left fist should be positioned at the lower right of the navel. The tip of the sword points backward with the blade turned towards lower right. The kensen should be slightly lower than in Gedan no Kamae. When assuming the kamae, be sure that Uchidachi cannot see the blade of the sword. Both participants extend their arms and strike at each other's shomen in one blow. After crossing swords, Uchidachi seizes the opportunity to thrust at Shidachi's right lung. Shidachi parries the thrust and raises the sword overhead so that the blade points to the rear in Makikaishi and strikes Uchidachi's shomen in a single motion. Uchidachi's kensen should be slightly below level, with the edge of the blade turned to the right. Shidachi parries Uchidachi's thrust by stepping to the left and raises the sword overhead so that the blade points to the rear in Makikaishi. The timing is very important. If after crossing swords the ma'ai is too close, Uchidachi retreats slightly. After receiving Shidachi's Makikaishi, Uchidachi will lose balance slightly and will lean forward, but continues to maintain eye contact. The point at which their swords cross is too high. They should be crossing swords at Chudan with such force as if to grind the shinogi of each other's swords. The right foot is not positioned properly behind the left. The kensen is too high and is not thrusting at the right lung. After thrusting, Uchidachi fails to maintain eye contact. Let's review the correct movements.